So good morning everyone. Today I thought I'd film a day in my life because I think often we don't talk about all of these different applications that we have to send off, and then you see all of these people like getting roles in short films or booking any kind of job and you don't see the process that goes behind it. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about that and hope it's not too boring, but I think sometimes it's interesting to just see someone else living their normal life and it might be a bit reassuring. I don't know. But I have my interview answers because I actually have a job interview I'm about to head out to, and I've been looking over it. I've written out all of my answers, and what I'm trying to include in this is based on feedback I've got from previous job interviews that I've done, because they're looking for you to be able to say why you want to work for them. They want to see that it fits into your career trajectory and where you're going, because I'm applying for lots of them that will give you like training opportunities and might be short term, with the aim that you might go on to continue working in that kind of sector or in a role like that in the future, or taking what you learn from it into your future career. So I'm addressing that, and I'm also addressing what I could contribute to the company, and also popping in some like fun little facts, I guess. Maybe fun little facts is not the correct way to describe it, but I just think it's useful to pop in like the fact that I do this YouTube channel, previous roles I've done, different voluntary things I've done, and just informing them about other different experiences that I've done that I might not have included, because this was a job application form kind of job, and that show that I align with the role and I've got lots of different experiences that are related to like the themes of the role. Anyway, I do actually need to go now, so I'll update you later. So I've made it back from my interview, and I didn't show you anything about where I might potentially eventually work, because I just think there are weird people on the internet and that's not a smart decision. But it actually went alright, because I think when you have the interview questions in advance, like that goes a lot smoother, because I've had some interesting experiences in job interviews where they've asked me quite rogue questions, or things have got a bit interesting, I guess. And this wasn't for an acting job, but it was for a job at an arts venue, which I think I've learned to find the opportunities within the interview experience a bit more, because you're speaking to people who are senior members of staff at an arts venue. So I think there's so much value in thinking about things you might want to ask them and learning from the experience. And like, I've been to a few different interviews where I've had the opportunity to get a tour around the venue afterwards, which is just really interesting to learn about all of the different arts venues there are. And then on the train on the way home, I've actually started another job application, and this is a job that technically I could do both jobs because the hours would work out, but I have had some feedback from a job application that I did before that I didn't get an interview for, where they gave general feedback as to how to format job applications to make your chances better. So I just thought I might as well turn this whole day into a kind of job application day, and I thought I'd try and put those things into practice, because they said it's nice to have colour on your CV and cover letter, and sometimes cover letters are easier to get through if it's bullet pointed, so I thought I'd try that. And they also said that sometimes they like a bit more of a personalised message and information more about you and the role in the actual email, and I've never done that before, because I've been like, hi, whatever the name is, hope you're well, here are my CV and cover letter, look forward to hearing from you, thanks, all of that. But I thought it would be better to keep it a short email, but actually I think they might like to have a bit more personalisation in there to stand out a bit more. So I think I might actually finish that and send it off now. So I finished and sent off my job application, and I think actually I've realised it's so much faster to do the bullet point list, because I feel like otherwise I was planning my cover letters in bullet points and then writing it out. So having it in bullet points I think may make it clearer to the employer what I'm trying to say, and it's just saves so much time. So I might be trying that again and seeing how that goes. I did a bit of driving theory because I got my driving theory test booked at the end of the month, and it's just so boring to be honest to me, but like it costs £23, doesn't it, to do the test, so I don't want to have to pay that again. But I thought I'd mention the driving because there's so many different acting tours that actually require you to drive, and I think there are so many different jobs now that I'm not being able to apply for because like either they're too far away, because to be honest, if you don't live in certain places, public transport is not really great, and also it's just like some of them need it for the job, so it's been something that I have been working towards, but I've just been putting off the theory test because I don't want to fail it. But like, I've got it booked now. But now I thought I'd look at the Mandy casting website because when I don't have time to submit myself for things or it involves a tape, I will just go onto the application submission part and make sure that it's saved in my drafts. So some people have sent me messages on there now, so I need to go through that and read the information and respond to what I need to respond to, and also look through all of these different scripts and castings that I've saved and see which ones are actually projects that are kind of feasible for me to do travel wise and able to get to, and which ones I will audition for. Like, also, like, to be honest, I don't like to say it, but like, if it's a really, really terrible script, I would consider not doing it. If it's no pay and it's really like questionably bad, I won't do that. But I will print off the script and highlight my lines, because then I can learn them tomorrow. So I paused the recording to go through and look through all the castings and decide what I wanted to print. And I'm trying to hold this off screen so you can't read through the paper and read the script, but I've printed off one for now. So that's just one that I've printed off, but there is another one that I'm debating whether or not I would take for, because there's a few different reasons why it's complicated, like profit share terms and working out how that could work, travel, and just the actual script as well, and assessing whether that's something, like, without going into detail, that I would feel comfortable with and feel like is a good role to take on at this point in my career. But I've got one for now, so I've got my highlighter and I can highlight my lines, because I just feel like once I highlight it, then I can visually see on the page clearer how long each line is, and it just helps me see what's going on, what I've got to learn, and I feel like that's easier to learn. Same with like stage directions. If there's loads of like different directions, I will just highlight the words so I can see the words and nothing else on the page is confusing me, basically. I also might download all of the footage from this video onto here and put it all in order and everything so it's ready for me to edit tomorrow, and then I might sign off and actually like have more of an evening and a life, because I think it's really complicated when you don't have the structure of your day as well to assess how much are you doing in life. Am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? Like, it's all so complicated. Everything's getting dark so early. It's January, it's cold, but I'm just a girl out here doing my best. So that's what I'm going to do for the evening, and then I'm actually going to have a bit more of a break. So this video, I hope, has been an insight into all these different types of applications for jobs, acting roles, and all of that. And I hope it's been insightful, and I hope there's something that you might want to take away from it, some kind of tip or something. I don't know, but I hope it's reassuring to anyone else who's applying for a lot of different things, I guess, that you're not alone, and there's a lot of people doing it, and we have to apply to so much in life, and hopefully it gets easier as you get more experience. But I think early career is all quite complicated, but I think through that you're always going to learn a lot. So I hope this has been interesting. I hope it's not been boring, and thank you so much for giving me your time and watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you. Bye.